Okay, let's move on to Spurs. Liam, no players signed. I'm not sure what his title is. I think the managing director, Levy, he's the guy who certainly runs the club. Daniel Levy. He's certainly the guy who runs the club. And no players in. They don't appear to be able to get rid of Sissoko, who they had there last year. And they're going to Wembley, which I think will be really difficult for them, don't you think? Because they did badly there.
Well, it's going to be hard, yeah. It's going to be hard. They didn't handle it well last year in the Champions League. But, they may grow into it. They're pretty much the same team as he had last year. They look all good lads. They're all prepared to work for the team. So I would say if nothing drastic happens to them in the transfer market, Rose, as you know, has come out with an unbelievable interview saying that he wants to win medals, and he's very disappointed in the fact that they haven't signed anybody, and he's prepared to go back up north. So
he's a top player, Liam, isn't he? He's a very good player, Liam.
Well, I wouldn't know. He'd fall into category as Kyle Walker, wouldn't he? He had a very good season, and was having a very good season until he got a serious knee injury, and he missed half the season last year. But I wouldn't say he's the complete fullback by any means. Right. But as John says, they're costing this much money now. It's crazy stuff, isn't it? Yeah. It's absolute mind-boggling what players are costing. But to go back to Spurs, I think they're in a good position, but only maybe for another year, because if they can't pay the players what the other clubs are paying, and I'm talking about Dele Alli and Harry Kane and maybe Ericsson, they're going to have trouble keeping hold of those players.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Danny Rose complain? Did he complain in the article this morning, that he was complaining about the wages that they were on?
Well, I didn't see it. Liam saw it, but I think.
I saw it. He's complaining about He's suggesting that he could earn a lot more elsewhere, John, and he's very unhappy that they haven't signed anybody, and it kind of makes it difficult for him to win medals where he could do elsewhere. Yeah, and I think the word is that Manchester United or Manchester City or Chelsea might have him if he became available. So his agent knows that, he knows that, and I think he's trying to make problems.
John, Spurs.
I think big problems, Eamon.
Yeah, so do I.
Big problems. They're going into a new stadium, as we know.
And White Hart Lane was such a tight ground. It was a real fortress. Yeah, I think they won 15 games there last season. Yeah, and they even hammered Man City.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big problem, actually. I mean, I think it's the way the club has been run at the moment in the situation with Levy. Is it Levy? I think I don't know how he's done it, but he's done brilliantly to sign Harry Kane.
Yeah,
for $100,000 a week.
Unbelievable.
And Dele Alli in particular. Yeah. I don't think that's going to last.
No.
Because those lads are going to find somewhere, and their agents, I don't know how their agents did it, but anyway, these lads are underpaid. They put a cap on it, as Arsenal did. Actually, I think he's doing what Arsenal did 10 years ago.
Right?
Yeah. And with even less resources. Once you put a cap on it, as I said, Barkley is from Everton. He's been offered apparently $125,000 a week from Everton. They want him to go there and sign for 100.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
No.
So they haven't bought any players. They needed actually to buy a couple of players, in my opinion, to progress. They haven't done that. I think he's gone on the wing in a prayer, saying the youth policy, which is good. It sounds great. Pochettino, I'd say, is pulling his hair out.
Yeah.
Because I can't buy any players. I can't see any real future of progress for Spurs.